Shunt! It's Lonesome Things, a horror movie podcast. My name is John, and with me is my co-host Josh. Josh, how shunteth thee on this fine, whatever the fuck?
It's a Friday, right?
Yes.
Shunt! I'm doing terribly, to be honest. I'm really sick of it. I'm sick of it all. 2025 has been a year where I've just been trying to ignore things and stay calm, but now I'm actually starting to get a little bit freaked out and worried about stuff. But yeah, it'll be good. It'll be good.
Yeah, you know, what's a civil war amongst friends?
What if just America did a divorce?
Fucking hell.
Yeah, it's great. That guy from Fox News has called all of the generals and admirals to meet with him. Only good things can happen. And a guy, like, with my name almost, shot up a ice facility in the state that I live in. Wrote anti-ice on the bullets. Not anti-ice messages, just anti-ice, which feels like the most contrived message one could write. I don't have any idea what's going on. But from that, I did learn that the United States government and military has such an enormous stockpile of M1 Garand rifles left over from World War II that they will literally just send them to people who request them and only charge shipping and handling. Like, you can request an M1 Garand rifle, pay for shipping and handling, and they'll just send it to you.
Really?
Yeah.
This country has lost it completely.
Yeah.
I don't know what was left, but it's all gone now.
We're totally fucked. Yeah. It's good.
Oh.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
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 Oh, yeah. And John?
Yeah.
I have an important question.
Sure.
How are you?
Oh. I'm doing probably about as well as you are. Overwhelmed with my class, questioning the decision. Like most decisions I make in life, and watching everything go to hell. So I'm doing great.
Yeah, I about once a year I think to myself, I should go back to college. I should get my master's degree. You know, I have several colleagues who did it. Like they went back, they got their master's degree through like online programs, and they're no better off for it, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. And then I remember, like, how much I wanted to kill myself in college. just actually and metaphorically. Like, just like, oh, I've done the terrible thing. I waited until the last minute. Everything is terrible now. Why have I done this? I hate everything. And then I proceed to not sign up for a master's program. So, while I can't tell you that you made the right decision by signing up for the class, and while I can't tell you that it's going to be okay, I can tell you that I sympathize with what you're going through.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, just think, I mean, if you do decide to take out more student loans, you can always hope to be paying $400 a month. In perpetuity. Oh, yeah. Is it more?
I'm at $800 a month.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because
your income.
No. So it was at $600 a month. I'm technically paying $200 a month extra because one of my loans. So I have, like, I want to say 12 different student loan things going on, and one of them, for some reason, the interest rate on it cranked all the way up. So I'm paying extra on it, trying to pay that one off because it's the interest rate on it is like crazy wild high compared to everything else that I get to pay interest on.
Are the
so
rest
I'm just
of
trying
them
to pay that one off.
Are the rest of them direct? Is that one an unsubsidized or something? Or I mean, that shouldn't matter that much.
I mean, it shouldn't. It is unsubsidized, but it's like it's still a Stafford or something. I don't know. For some reason, that one's at like 7.5% interest, whereas everything else is like 4% or below. So yeah. So
I have no intention of paying mine off, so I will continuously fight to pay the lowest possible amount, since there's zero chance that I will ever pay off my student loans before I die.
Yeah. I mean, people don't think it be like it is, but it do. And I told you about the guy that like just put everything. He took out all the student loans. He all throughout college he paid for everything on his credit cards, and then he just filed for bankruptcy and chummed it out for 7 years, waited for it to go off of his credit, and then started his life. And I'm like, damn, what an asshole. Also, great job.
Yeah, but it's really hard to get student loans on bankruptcy because, thanks to Joe Biden, as a matter of fact, because that's how he worded it, and the legislation that changed that. You used to be able to. And you still can technically, but you have to prove to the court that you have a financial hardship, and that's very difficult. I think like less than 10 people have achieved this or some crazy shit like that. It's very rare. So thanks. Thanks, Joe Biden.
Yeah. Great man. Great man.
Oh.
A solid, what's really good is as bad as Donald Trump is, and his, it really feels like he's trying to like destroy America or whatever.
Yeah.
The alternatives we have been offered to Donald Trump have just been a bunch of winners.
Oh, yeah. It's been the cream of the crop.
Oh, just the tippity top of all the notches. Yeah. Well,
right.
I hope your class goes well.
Thank you.
And fuck that.
Yeah. Yeah. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, John.
Yeah.
Why are we talking to each other?
Well,
today.
Because we are going to discuss a horror film. The first horror film directed by former producer Brian Yuzna, who helped produce some classics like Reanimator and a bunch of other stuff. And then he decided that he was going to make a movie, and since I'm going to make a movie, I might as well go ahead and make a banger. So he decided to make this movie in 1989. This movie is called Society. I love this film.
Yeah.
Even though it's kind of a piece of shit. But that's okay. It's...
I mean, a lot of great movies are a piece of shit. Like, from the opposite end of the decade, we've got Basket Case. This movie has strong Basket Case energy.
Yes.
Basket Case was also a piece of shit and a masterpiece. And
absolutely love it.
I'd go out and say, yeah, would you say Society's a masterpiece?
Yes. I think I would.
Yes.
Maybe due entirely to the efforts of one Screaming Mad George. The Japanese moved to Hollywood makeup effects specialist who provided the, quote, surrealistic makeup effects for this film.
And do they ever?
Yeah, this movie, when it kicks into gear, it's pretty unrelenting.
Yeah.
I love it
And
so
and it's great. I had to remember, like, watching it again, that the first time you watch this movie, you don't, in fact, know what to expect.
Yeah.
And so there's this whole surprise element that you're like, wait, what? Like, it gives you little hinties along the way, but it's mostly just that ladies can twist around until you finally get the whole thing, and you're like, oh, nice.
Yeah, you kind of get a hint of it in the opening credits, but it's pretty dark, so you're not getting the full effect. And then when you are, it's not dark. You can see everything, and it's glorious.
Yes. Yeah. And Brian Yuzna went on to direct more films, primarily sequels to stuff that he'd already been involved with, like Bride of Reanimator, Beyond Reanimator, but he also directed Return of the Living Dead 3, which is one of the fanciest third installments of any franchise ever.
It's a fine one, and it's a movie whose cover showed up at every video store I went to for about 15 years, and they always had 100 copies, it seemed like. I don't know why, but that just the picture of that lady on the front cover was in all over every video store.
Yes.
Yeah, I was,
God bless them.
Yes, correct.
Yeah. Yuzna's great. I mean, his career didn't go great. Like, it wasn't, like, filled with masterpieces, but there's some great stuff in there. He did, like, The Dentist and The Dentist 2. Like, all kinds of, like, weird, random stuff is Brian Yuzna's filmography.
Correct. Did he direct Dagon, or did he just produce on that one? I think he directed it, didn't he?
I didn't see his name I didn't see Dagon in the list of movies that he directed.
Yeah, I don't think he directed that one. I'm gonna look it up while we chitty chat. But yeah, he's one of those guys who went on to make like a fuckload of just whatever, like nothing special. Yeah, Stuart Gordon made Dagon, of course. That's right.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mm-hmm. And there's a guy in here named Billy Warlock, and that's a real name. That's definitely his real name.
Yep.
And he was, other than this movie, he was in Halloween 2, and that's it.
Oh, that's him. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. God, that is him. Wow. Ooh, okay. Jeez, that kind of threw me there for a second. I'm good now, though. Devin DeVasquez is also in this, playing Clarissa.
Holy crap. Is she ever?
You may know her from Star Search, where she won $100,000. And now she's 62 and kind of just looks like an old lady. That's fine.
Yeah. I had to, like, look her up, because in watching this movie, I was like, holy shit. Normally, an 80s movie where the lady gets all the way naked and stuff, they're not, like, all the way as hot as she is. Like, she's, like, really, really, really ridiculously hot. So I was like, what the fuck is up? How is this lady so hot and getting naked in this movie? And it turns out she was a Playboy Playmate of the not, like, bimbo variety.
Yeah, she was like Playmate of the Month or something like that. One month. Yeah. I don't know what that... I mean, Playmate of the Month, I guess that just means what? That she was the featured... She had the centerfold, I guess is what that means. But yeah, and rightfully so, because she's insanely gorgeous. With or like without clothing.
Nothing else.
Yeah.
Yeah. In a very small bikini and not in a very small bikini.
Yes, she wins the Naked Actress on Loathsome Things award.
Oh, man, does she ever.
It's an award I just invented, and she won it.
Congratulations. please come to my house 30 years ago. I'll be the 7-year-old.
Oh boy. Yeah, apparently the character Jason, who I don't remember who that is played by Konana Yuzna.
Okay.
I probably spelled the first name wrong, but I'm hoping that it was indeed Konana.
Oh, Konana Republic. Let's go.
Is that a Konana in your pocket, or are you just a Yuzna?
Konana the Barbariana.
This is why people tune in. You get not just you can't just say anything and get people to listen. You got to say the good stuff.
This is why, after years of doing this, we are getting close to 10,000 listens.
Don't feel bad. That's almost exactly how many plays all of my first band's videos have received watched on YouTube in like 30 years. Or at least whenever YouTube started.
Yeah. That's good.
Yeah.
Oh, fame is such a heavy burden.
Oh, yeah, we all have our cross to bear.
Oh, just ask Billy Warlock and all of that fame.
Oh, man, that guy is famous.
Up to his knees in fame.
Billy Warlock. What an asshole.
One of my favorite things about this movie is it's 1989, so you literally cannot get any more 80s. Everything from the 80s is here. You've got it, and it is cranked up all the way to the top. Really and it's glorious. Yeah.
It's so 80s, it's already starting to refer to the 80s. Yeah. They you can tell that people are out there wanting to say welcome to the 90s, but they just can't bring themselves to do it yet. Can we please get to the 90s so we can start grunge?
Yeah. I'm quickly running out of shoulder pads and hairspray.
And Dayglow suntan lotion.
Oh, man. That was some real thick, chunky suntan lotion.
Man, it's like frosting.
Yeah.
Probably worked as well, too.
Yeah, exactly. I'm so pissed. So did you know that we don't get the good sunscreen here in America?
No.
Yeah.
What's wrong with our sunscreen?
They have it's not the good kind that the rest of the world gets, but the FDA won't approve the good kind. But the rest of the world has way better sunscreen than we do that actually protects your skin from the sun, instead of ours, which is the abstinence of sunscreen.
It's like going to a tanning salon as if that's somehow better for you.
Yeah, exactly.
Except
we have the pull-out method of sunscreen.
Whoa.
Yeah. Just get out of the sun before it's too late.
You put it on, and then you just don't go outside.
Yes. Yeah.
Great.
Yeah. Great. John, do you want to talk about what else we watched before or after we talk about their Schmear?
Yeah, we can talk about it now. I haven't had time to watch a whole lot, but I did finish season 1 of Alien Earth, and it was fucking glorious. It's so good. It got a little not as I kept saying, every episode was better than the previous one. Episode 7 maybe dropped off a little bit, and then episode 8 made up for it and topped it off. Oh, man, that just, like, for a whole season, it was just like, okay, chef's kiss. That was amazing. Fantastic. Other than that, I mean, I've just watched a bunch of videos on YouTube. That's about it. I've kind of cut down on my horror book reading because I think I've read all of them. So I'm now back into nonfiction, which I tend to prefer more anyway. So I don't know. What about you? What did you watch?
I started watching this show that my boss, like, years and years ago recommended to me, starring Jason Bateman, called The Outsider.
Oh yeah, that's really good.
Oh yeah, I would like it. You get in there, it's going. I was having such a good time. Then all of a sudden they were like, "All right, and here's a black woman. She has special needs, which also means that she has special powers." And I was like, "What the fuck? What the fuck? How are we doing this again? How is this in every single one of these?" Whatever, okay. And then finally, on the next episode, I caught the opening credits, and it was like, based on a book by Stephen King. I was like, oh, you've got to be fucking shitting me. Not a fucking again. People can't just be a fucking detective or black in a movie. Like, come on, Stephen King. You are such a cheesy old cringe boomer. Why are you doing this?
Yes.
Why everything? I stopped watching that.
Yeah. You're not allowed to be black, have a cognitive problem, have any kind of issue like that. But if you do, it's important that you also have magical powers.
Yes. Yeah. It's like the full synthesis. You've got the magical Negro and the magical retard all in one magical package because Stephen King woke up in the middle of the night after having a sweaty nightmare about getting hit by a car, and he was like, ooh, you know what would go really well together? Like painkillers and cheese. What if? God, what a fucking asshole.
He thinks
I want to like the guy.
Yeah.
Go ahead, sorry.
I was just going to say, he thinks he's being progressive because he doesn't have children in an orgy anymore.
Well, speaking of children in an orgy, no.
Let me tell you about my weekend.
Yeah. Oh no. Let me tell you about my liberal agenda.
My weekend at Steve's.
Oh man, at the Whitney house. So I stopped watching that. I also started watching the James Gunn Superman movie. Mm-hmm. And then also quit watching that because what the fuck? Why is everyone talking about that movie like it's something good? How do you're like, oh, you know what you'll like? Superdog. What if we made Superdog a weird fake nothing character that sucks and you are supposed to enjoy it?
You're supposed to love the lovable CGI dog who is a complete asshole.
The worst dog. Superman sucks at raising a dog. Why was that movie a big deal? That movie was so boring. It was so boring.
I don't know. I mean, I thought it was okay, but...
You are such a dick, John!
But it really didn't... I didn't really get all the hype. I mean, especially after we had just done, Slither, and then it's like, what the fuck is this? Like, this is the same guy? This is the same guy who made Brightburn, like Bright Dark, Bright Penis, whatever it is.
Yeah, Burn Dick.
Yeah, Burn Dick. Jimmy Gunn, Burn Dick. And, it's okay. I mean, it's...
Yeah.
Whatever. I guess it's at least it's not mopey like that other one, but you know. But
yeah, what?
the other Superman movie, the what's his nuts Superman
Oh
movie.
yeah.
I did
the one where they had to CGI out his mustache.
I did like Nathan Fillion in it. I thought he was pretty funny.
Was Nathan Fillion in this one?
Oh, you didn't even get that far?
That far. No.
There's a great, because he keeps referring to them as the Justice Gang or something like that. And someone's like, that's a really stupid name. And he's like, whatever, I just came up with it on the fly. And then there's a character at the end of the movie who says, that he's like the Nathan Fillion character. He plays Green Lantern, but the old version of Green Lantern with the really terrible bald haircut. They gave him that haircut as a joke.
Nice.
And which is hilarious. And at the end of the movie, he's a complete dick throughout the movie. And at the end, there's this character, and he's giving the character a hard time. And the character goes, "Oh, by the way, I really like Justice Gang. I like the way it sounds." And he's like, "I like you."
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. Because it's Nathan Fillion, who is really good at being a dick.
Yeah. Total dick, Nathan Fillion.
Not worth watching the movie, though, if you're not...
Yeah.
Well, that's good. So you 0 for 2 so far. That's pretty good. Anything else?
0 for 2. And then I watched Alien Earth, which was... I finished the last 2 episodes. Totally spectacular. That ending was great. I'm a little perplexed that this is taking place before the events of the movie Alien.
Yeah.
But, I'm here for it. Not really all the way here for the Peter Pan bit, but it's fine.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely got some issues. I think because I just was so entertained by it, I was willing to just kind of look the other way with some of the stuff. I mean, I found her... She got pretty annoying near the end of the series. I understood the idea of her becoming more fully synthetic than human or something. But it was really annoying. And I also thought it was weird the way all the other children / synthetics or whatever just suddenly flipped a switch. Well, I mean, a couple of them were nuts now already, but those 2 boys basically just flipped a switch and were just suddenly like, yeah, let's kill people. Let's hit people in the face with a giant metal tube. It's like, wait, you were like this innocent child, but then I didn't get that. Did she like manipulate them, or did they just suddenly get the plot? I don't know. It didn't make any sense.
Yeah, because like just a few minutes before, he had been like awkward side hugging her, like a kid would. Which I will say, they did a great job of being adults behaving like children. Yeah, like that was one of the supreme, like surprising comedic joys of the series was their child acting. Yeah. Like that was great.
Yeah.
But then that at the end was a little bit off, and like you were talking about, like with her changing in the final episode, like honestly I loved everything about it, but they spent a lot of time zooming in on her mouth while she made alien noises, and after a while it started making me uncomfortable. I was like, why are we just like watching her lips part for like solid minutes at a time?
Yeah, that was a little bit odd, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I just found out, I think it was last week, that the bald guy who turns out to be, these are all spoilers in case anybody's wondering, the bald guy who turns out to be a full synthetic, and near the end you discover he's a synthetic, that's what's the character's name? Is it Nigel? Fuck, I can't remember his name. But he's the punk rock character on The Young Ones, this 1980s British sitcom.
Oh, nice!
I was like, him? He's the guy with the orange mohawk and the silver stars glued to his forehead? That's amazing!
Awesome!
Also, it was
nice.
One of the few times in life where I just unabashedly loved hearing Pearl Jam.
Right? Yeah. Yeah, there are few opportunities to actually feel yay about that.
I was a little worried after they played Smashing Pumpkins in that one episode, and I'm like, okay, we were doing so well, and now what's next? Are we going to do Soul Asylum? Like, where are we going with this?
Oh, yeah. But yeah, great. I even thought, like, what if we made our next episode, instead of a movie, we just did all of season 1 of Alien Earth. But I was like, nah, that'd be too much to cover. But
yeah, maybe if we did it in one episode or something, then it would be way too much to cover, right?
Yeah,
that's what you mean. Yeah,
I ditched that idea.
I'm an idiot.
Yeah,
carry on.
Yeah, who said anything about what?
So basically, I guess I did watch one of the things you watched already, and it was okay. So that's good. 2 and 1. 0 for 2 for 1 for 3. I don't know what the fuck I'm trying to say.
1 out of 3 ain't bad. You know, as Meatloaf famously was bad at math.
Yeah, 33%, you're gonna win.
Yeah. 1 over 3 times 2 over 6, right? Is this how it works?
Equals Meatloaf.
Yeah, meat math.
Oh.
Yeah. Alright, so we've been recording for like 32 minutes.
Great.
Maybe we should talk about society.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll go ahead. I'm the one doing it. I'll go ahead. I'll just kind of blaze through this here. Let's see. So, so the movie, that's Society, in case you weren't, whatever, opens on a kind of like a first-person creepy camera view of a person apparently walking up towards a fancy wooden house door at night. We see that it's Billy, the main character, a sweaty dude in a blue muscle shirt and mullet, who enters the house and walks through the dark house to creepy music. He grabs a knife from the kitchen, and we hear weird laughing and noises, laughing and moaning sounds getting increasingly louder, and then it gets to the point where it's kind of reaching a crescendo, and Billy's standing there with the tip of the knife under his chin, possibly about to impale himself, and then suddenly the lights come on, and it's his mom in her bathrobe, but apparently he's been sleeping or something, sleepwalking, whatever. Cut to morning, Billy's describing his, quote, nightmare to his therapist, which is great. He's a little bit scared because he senses something terrible is going to happen. But the shrink assures him that it's all perfectly normal, while Billy very loudly eats an apple and looks down and sees worms in it. That's enough to bring in the opening credits, which are a little bit shunty. And we won't explain what that means.
We shunts.
Until later. We have this awful British Yay Britannia type song that I had to look up where they sing about society. The song is called the Eton Boating Song. Like Eton School. Eton Boating Song. So great. Billy is now outside. Billy is playing driveway hoops with his buddy Milo, who clearly has a thing for Billy. But we're not supposed to talk about that. Blanchard, who it turns out is Billy's sister's ex, why I don't know, shows up and wants to talk to Jenny. She reminds him that he's not allowed to see her anymore because he's basically been stalking her. And so he's forced to leave. Then we cut to Jenny in her chambre, disrobing and getting ready to hop in the old chowie. No, she's not. She's disrobing to her undies and putting on a fancy gown for her coming out party, when she just happens to spot old Blanchard hiding in her closet, which makes no fucking sense how he got there. She screams. Billy comes running in. They're tossing him out. The folks arrive. They're reminding Blanchard that he's not allowed to be around her, whatever. He's insistent that he needs to tell Jenny something, that something terrible is about to happen, but they kick him out. And then Billy zips up Jenny's dress. It's a little bit creepy, and then he sees a weird, bubbling, fleshy thing going on her back. Okay. We cut to the Beverly Hills Academy High School, where Billy is debating his opponent for class president, Marty, in front of the whole school, which is every person in every 80s movie ever amassed into one room wearing wraparound sunglasses and hair mousse. Billy is suddenly distracted by a girl up in the front row who keeps showing him her crotch, and his girlfriend, Shauna, who is sitting behind her, somehow knows this is happening and is not amused. Okay. Suddenly he snaps out of it and goes back to impressing the entire student body by being a complete douche. He then notices that the crotch girl has upped and left, and that apparently she was sitting in 2 chairs. We cut to Billy with another apple crunching away in his shrink's office. He takes a bite and then puts the apple back, and then he explains to the shrink that his family, he describes them as a, quote, little incest and psychosis, but that they're doing much better now. Turns out they're not doing better, and we're going to find out why later. The shrink tells him to, quote, stop bullshitting. He's like all pissed off. Stop bullshitting, you little pussy. Or whatever he says. And apparently hurts Billy's feelers Billy's feelers are hurt because his parents treat Jenny better than him, even though he clearly hates his parents. Back home, he asks Jenny, heads into her room to ask her for some suntan lotion, walks in, she's in the shower, so of course he just accidentally walks into the room and just happens to see her through the glass in the shower. Oh, but guess what? Her tits are on her back, and her face is on the back of her head. It turns out she's a wee bit shunty. And so, as one do with their sister, he swings the door open, and she's back to normal and magically holding her actual boobs and crotch. And she's very angry, and he just kind of stands there. But then he somehow manages to get a hold of the lotion, runs past his parents out in the yard, talking to the gardener, picking out their favorite slugs, as you do. He gets to his Jeep, which is the newest looking Jeep I've ever seen in my life, and apparently they washed it before every appearance on camera. It's the shiniest Jeep I've ever seen. I think they oiled it.
It's like it's the Armorall edition Jeep.
Jesus, it's like a Sweats Armorall or something. It's like for Puerto Rico or something. I don't know what's going on.
Oh,
cut that out. So he discovers that there is a Ken doll on the seat of his Jeep, and that the Ken doll has a screw sticking out of its head. Okay, that's fine. It happens. What are you going to do? Anyways, he heads off to the beach, lotions up Shauna, his girlfriend, the cheerleader. They make out. He starts copping a feel, and then she interrupts him and starts whining about not being invited to Ted Ferguson's party, because that's the shit. Speaking of shit, some little shit comes crawling behind them, and then grabs the lotion, and then he and his Dayglow lotion friends hose Billy and Shauna down with lotion all over them, like money shots them. And then Billy chases them away and runs into Crotchrissa in her bikini, who comes all over his face with lotion. So it's just like, it's like a jizzathon with lotion there for just a couple minutes. I don't know why.
It was like they thought that it was a funny idea and shot that scene, and then later they forgot that they had done that, and they thought to themselves, hey, I have a funny idea, and did it again.
That's probably exactly what happened. He runs into her. That pretty much amounts to nothing, and then he goes off to ask Ted about inviting himself to Ted's party. Ted pretends like he has no idea what's even going on this week. I don't know, there's nothing going on this week. Then Billy walks away and discovers that his girlfriend has left. Okay. Blanchard shows up at the beach, because he just shows up at the beach, and suggests that Billy accompany him to the pier, where they'll be more alone than they already are, which is totally alone. In the meanwhile, we cut to Jenny and her dad She's now being newly confirmed into something called the Society, which we assume is upper class society, and that they're getting ready for a coming out party. The dad finds a wee bit of something stuck in her necklace. Then we're back to Billy and Blanchard. Blanchard plays a cassette of Billy's family that he's recorded by bugging Billy's parents' car and also Jenny's necklace.
Yeah.
It's like, wow, okay, I guess the guy's an espionage expert. On the tape, Billy hears his parents talking to Jenny about the coming out party, how there's going to be dining and then copulation. Someone your own age first, who is Ted Ferguson. He's thrilled to hear this.
Yeah.
The mother says that the guys will all pop a high hard one when she stretches and gets hot and wet. For some reason,
that's how real ladies talk.
Oh yeah. I had to pause the film because I had a hard time understanding exactly what she was trying to say. No. We hear also on the recording, Jenny is now getting it on with Ted with weird moaning voices and like orgasmic noises and moaning and shit in the background. It's pretty hilarious, actually. Billy gets upset, tackles Blanchard, and then runs away. Like, hey man, it's not cool. Then he runs away. He runs all the way to his shrink's place, and now the guy wants him to leave the tape with him. Which the shrink who he clearly doesn't like or trust, but he decides he's going to leave the tape with the guy. And then the guy is like, starts gaslighting Billy into why he's like, what, you don't trust me, Billy? What? I mean, come on. What? And so he's just like, whatever, take the fucking tape, douchebag. Except he clearly has no reason to trust him, in which case he would have also no reason to go over there. But that's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah, so he leaves the tape and leaves the tape and leaves. He eats, shoots, and leaves. We cut back to the school where Billy's trying to tell Shauna about the tape, but she's much more concerned about the party that she hasn't been invited to, and so she gets very upset and tells him that she might be best if they just break up. It's like, huh, you think? Milo then shows up and is there to watch Billy discover a shrunken head on his locker. Okay, it's really stupid. We cut back to the shrink's place. Billy's there, and and I think it's over the phone. He's warning Billy. Is he there in person? He's warning Billy that spying is illegal. That's right. Billy is there, and he's like,
"Yeah,
spying is illegal, and also let's listen to the tape." But now the tape is like, "Oh, Jenny, we're so happy that you're coming out in this party. You should come here and hug your mom," or whatever. It's very wholesome and still kind of creepy. And then the shrink says, "People are what they are, Billy. You have to accept society's rules." And then he writes Billy a prescription, and Billy says, "I don't want to take drugs." Sure you don't.
Yeah.
And then what happens? Billy runs into... Oh, no, he calls Blanchard from the shrink's office, which makes no sense, and says that they need to meet up again because he wants another copy of the tape, because apparently Blanchard is running, like, a recording studio or something. I don't know. Billy rushes over there in his Jeep, but instead, on the way there, he discovers the very bloody accident scene with the cops and stuff. A body being dragged off, or not dragged off, but rolled off on a gurney with a white sheet over it. He searches the car for the tape player, but a really douchey cop starts giving him shit for interfering and makes him leave. Back home, Billy is now suspiciously eyeballing his family. Jenny gives him a telegram, which is an invite to a very fancy society party at, you guessed it, Ted Ferguson's place. His parents and Jenny are both just overjoyed. Billy is underjoyed and tries to tell them about the tape, but they ignore him and pretend to care about Blanchard dying, which they clearly do not. Now we are at this Ted Ferguson party. There's a shit DJ. Billy runs into Crotcharissa. They get super cozy, start dancing and chatting, and then Billy makes his way over to Ted's party tent. He has his own personal tent, apparently. And he starts asking Ted, he's like accusing him of having something to do with Blanchard. He doesn't even accuse him, he just straight out says that he knows you did something with Blanchard, killed Blanchard or whatever. They start getting a little chippy with each other. Ted brags about fucking Jenny, and then everyone else fucking Jenny, and then he takes responsibility for running Blanchard into a telephone pole, and then he has his goons throw Billy in the swimming pool. Okay. Then Clarissa helps him out. They do a lot of giggling, and then they head off to her place for fucking.
Yes.
They shower, I think, because that matters, and then they get naked balls, and fuck. And it's like super sweaty, and then I saw her body, and then I'd lost track of where planet I was on for about 3 minutes. And then a third arm suddenly shunts out of nowhere while they're embracing, and then all of a sudden Clarissa, like, Billy freaks out and jumps up, and then her whole body is like twisted around backwards, like, what did I call it? Shuntortioned.
Yeah. I mean, it's the exact same position his sister had been in the shower whenever he took a peep at her.
Yeah, I guess that's like the first stage of shunt. I don't know.
Shunt lotus position.
We discover that Shauna has been moping around outside with her friend. She's all upset. Back inside, Clarissa asks Billy, "How do you want your tea? Cream, sugar, or do you want me to pee in it?"
Yeah.
And he's like, "I've never met anyone like you before." It's like, I can honestly say that neither have I. It's like, where did that come from?
It's my favorite line in the whole movie because it has, like, nothing to do with anything else, and she just, like, delivers the line so well. Like, what the fuck? Okay.
I mean, they play her like she's kind of sassy and all that, but then when she says that, it's just like, wow, this girl's a freak. What do you want? How do you want your tea? Cream, sugar, or do you want me to pee in it? So they've made their way to the living room. They're kissing, making out, whatever. She's got a boob out that he's copping a feel. And then all of a sudden, the giant shuntress that we saw earlier that I forgot to mention, who looks like a female wrestler in punk rocker makeup, just shows up. Turns out this is Clarissa's mother. So they get cock-blocked. And then the mother barfs up a hairball, hands it to Billy, and then leaves. Billy and his tremendous hair board his Jeep, which now has a blow-up doll on the passenger seat with a Barbie in its mouth and a piece of tape across its chest that says Clarissa written on it. Okay. Shauna shows up, and I'm like, oh, I guess Shauna did it. She didn't do it because she gets pissed off and confronts him and earns her Oscar for realsies and then takes off. Back in the house, back at home, Billy's folks are getting a little too handsy with Jenny in their PJs. They're just rubbing her down. It's really gross. He bails.
Everyone's in silk.
Yes. He's creeped out. He bails. Tells his dad, "Fuck you, butthead." And then he and Milo attend Blanchard's Jewish funeral because it matters that Blanchard is Jewish. And they walk up to the casket to pay their respects. Billy touches Blanchard's face for no reason, which caves in because apparently it's made out of eggshell. It's a fake body. Great. Marty, the kid from the debate, shows up and kind of brings up this whole society thing again, is like kind of trying to warn them. So they agree Billy and he are going to meet later. Billy drives up to the spot. It's at night. Milo turns out is spying on him. We see an SUV speed away, which amounts to nothing. And then Billy heads into the woods, finds Marty's car, opens the door, finds Marty dead, except that he's bleeding profusely from his neck, but also dead. He hears laughing in the background and goes to investigate and is shocked to discover a sweater. And then someone jumps out of the brush and attacks him, takes the sweater, and runs away because we wouldn't want him to find that sweater.
No.
And then he runs out of the woods, giving chase, and just magically happens to be in front of Clarissa's house. It's like, okay,
Yeah.
Okay. Because there's those woods in Beverly Hills. So he goes back out there with the cops, but now Marty's gone, and there's a whole different car in its place now, his place, his car's place, whatever. And it's not blood that he saw, apparently. It's just a red hat and a scarf. And the cop is being a total dick to him. He, frisks Billy very aggressively. Clarissa's like, "Oh, you're gonna frisk me?" I'm like, what is this? This girl is amazing. Then he and Clarissa fall asleep in the Jeep. Sleep all night in the Jeep, apparently. The next day, Jenny confronts him and asks him why he stayed out all night. Parents are going to be upset, which they're not. And then now Billy shows up to the debate. And, of course, he has no one to debate because Marty's dead. So he tells the whole school about the society, even though he doesn't really know anything about them. And, of course, they all think he's insane. And then they especially think he's insane when Marty shows up for the debate. Of course, we know that it's probably a fake Marty, except that it isn't a fake Marty because this movie occasionally makes no sense.
What?
It's like, wait, what? Okay, that's fine. Apparently the Shunters are really good at making fake people. Milo and Marty and Billy are talking, and Milo confesses that he had been... Well, first of all, he confesses that he's the one who did the sex doll and the shrunken head and all this shit. And then he tells Billy that he saw a dead Marty taken out of the woods by Ferguson, so that did happen. But then he also refers back to the dolls and shit and says that he did it because he was angry. And that's the end of that. What are you angry about? Because the love of your life is putting his wiener inside a lady? I mean, what? I don't understand. I think that's exactly what he's angry about.
It really feels like he's angry about that.
Because there's no other
something. And also, he says something about, how Billy just, jumps to his own conclusions.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any fucking sense. No. But, love does weird things to people.
Sure does. And you know what? If anybody had really looked over this script, they would have realized that Milo really has no reason to be there.
Yeah, he serves no purpose in this movie.
None whatsoever. And the movie's a little too long, so that wouldn't have hurt it if they took him out of it. Yeah. That's one of my few complaints about this movie is that it's a little bit too long. I don't really care about Milo that much, but he is totally useless. So anyways, Billy goes back home and his family now is there with a whole bunch of other people from the society, and they're confronting him. His shrink is there. They hold him down, drug him, put one of those dog catcher noose things around his neck. They've got him pinned to the floor. They take him to the hospital. I guess they don't do the dog catcher thing yet. They just take him to the hospital. Whatever.
Yeah. For some reason, and this is part of it, this whole thing where they send him to the hospital, it didn't need to happen.
No, it's irrelevant. They drug him, that's right, they drug him and put him on a gurney and take him to a hospital for no reason. Then they keep him drugged in there, and then Milo, who's still spying, shows up and apparently sees a possible dead Billy under a sheet, but that was just a placeholder so that Milo would see it? It makes no sense. Turns out Billy's having...
It makes no sense.
Yeah, he's zonked down in his room with signs on the door that say colorectal rectotomy or something, and I thought that was pretty funny.
An enema?
Yeah, and
it's
enema.
Just all butt stuff? Yeah.
It's pretty funny. And he's having some horrible dream, and then he wakes up and he thinks that he hears Blanchard's voice and looks over and he sees the silhouette in the skirt divider thing of all these people wrestling with someone. So he tears the whole thing off, movie style, when they tear a shower curtain off and all the rings go in a line. And then there's nothing there. So he gets dressed and leaves. And that entire scene served zero purpose whatsoever. Yeah, anyways. So let's see. Then what happens? Billy leaves. he runs into
So,
Milo. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. No, yeah, because then outside, his Jeep is there, and Milo is even like, it's weird that your Jeep is here, and then he's also talking about, like, how Billy's just, like, going into a trap now, and Billy's like, okay, sure, and drives away, leaving Milo behind.
Yeah.
And then pulls his Jeep up, and Milo's there again. Like, Milo just ran behind the Jeep the whole way.
Yeah, and apparently Billy is still really fucked up from the drugs because he's acting like he's completely drunk for no reason.
Yeah.
It's just acting. He's getting an Oscar too. So yeah, he goes all the way home. Apparently Milo is the fastest person in the world because he was running behind him. He probably had his car, I guess, but you never see it. But no, he doesn't go home. That's right. He goes to Clarissa's place where he confronts her, and she tries to turn him away with the old fuck ploy, but he doesn't fall for her sneaky wares or whatever. So he bails out. Then we see that Clarissa's mom is stalking Milo from the back seat of his car. Is that where she was?
Yeah.
Or was she in the
because she wants his hair?
Yeah, that's right. She wants his hair. Okay. And Milo's like, hey, let's not calm down. Let's go. And they drive away, heading, I guess, to Billy's house, as it turns out. Back home, Billy is sneaking around in the dark again, kind of like the intro scene. He pours himself a glass of water and then basically pours it all over his mouth. And then, it's like, what the hell is his problem? Then he grabs a big knife out of the drawer and starts searching some more. His folks arrive home, and surprise, Billy is grabbed by the society. There's about 100 people or so in his house now. And one of the main shunters, I guess he's the main shunter, says, among other things, I do love the smell of the hunt and the taste of the shunt.
Oh, that's the judge says
the
that.
Judge.
Yeah.
That's right. And turns out we find out that Billy was in fact adopted, that his parents are not human. They're of another species, but not aliens. They're from Earth as well. They've just been coexisting along with us, but they're also a much higher class than the rest of us. And that this is a blood thing or whatever. You have to be born into society. Okay, there's your social critique from Brian Yuzna, world's greatest philosopher. Milo is spying and from outside, because that's what he's doing. And he sees Clarissa arrive at the party, or the shunt party, or whatever. She's worried about Billy, even though she's clearly in the society. Yeah. And then they bring Blanchard in. He's all wrapped up in a sheet. It's supposed to be a big surprise when they tear the sheet off, but everybody knows it's fucking Blanchard. You can see his pudgy body under that sheet. They have one of those dog noose things around him, too. And they tear the sheet off of him, and then they make the judge makes some announcement or whatever, and then things get real gross real fast. And all the people, most of which are very old, strip their clothes off and start climbing all over Blanchard. All their skin is fusing together with long, stringy, rubbery, shiny, greasy, goopy bits of flesh, all combining into this big, gross, fibrous mass. I don't know. It's really gross. Yeah. They're all morphing together into this giant, weird, over-sexed up, hungry, disgusting shunt. That's a shunt that's taking place, apparently. Ted.
The borax flesh.
Ted confronts Billy at one point, like, has got him he's on the ground, and then Ted lays on him or whatever, and sticks his shunt tongue out and licks Billy's face. Except that it's just a piece of rubber hanging out of his mouth. It's so funny. Milo manages, with Clarissa's mother, to overpower a cop or guard or whatever. They take his uniform, which fits Milo perfectly, by the way. And then they head into the house. The judge eats the mole off of Blanchard's face and then starts shunting himself into Blanchard's body, basically. And in the meantime, Clarissa cuts Billy loose, or gets him loose, because she loves him. It's a love story.
Yeah.
The shrink, who looks and even says a line from one of the Batman movies before it was made, but looks like the Joker. His makeup kind of looks like the Joker. He says something like, I can't remember, but it's a line that the Joker says later in a Batman movie, one of the Tim Burton movies or something.
It's like that show business or something like that,
yeah,
right?
Let's get... Yeah, it's something... Yeah, it's weird. I don't know. It sounded very Joker-y, even though it was pre... whatever. Jack Nicholson Joker, whatever, who cares? Yeah, so... it's so weird.
And his adopted parents and sister, meanwhile, had abandoned the shunt to go have a three-way upstairs by themselves.
That's right. They were going to have a very personal, private shunt upstairs. So he was running around trying to find them. I don't know why. Why don't you just get the fuck out of there? And he gets chased up there by the shrink, and the shrink shows up and says something like, "Let me give you a hand," and then you look and his entire head is a hand, making some weird hand pose, and then he sticks his hand out, and his hand is making the exact same pose as his head, which was cool, but weird. But it's all weird at this point. Billy manages to get into, open the door and close the door behind him. He's in his parents' room. His mom shunts out from the bed, and then gets up on her legs, and her legs end in big hairy man arms, and she hand-leg walks towards him, saying something like, "Come to mommy," or something like that. It's really disgusting. He's kind of crawling backwards. Jenny's face comes out from between the mother's legs. It's like, "Hi, Billy." It's so disgusting. Then he looks over and there's a lump on the floor next to him with a blanket over it. And it lifts up and it's his dad, if he was on his hands and knees with his butt facing Billy, except instead of a butthole, it's his father's face. It's so good. And he shows up and he goes,
"Oh my God."
He says something and then he says, "I guess you're right. I am a butthead," and starts laughing.
And he starts making fart sounds with his mouth.
That's right. Back downstairs, they're even more shunty than before, and it is fucking glorious. I mean, it is just... It's really gross. I mean, it's like this...
Yeah.
This hideous mass of disgusting that James Gunn clearly was inspired by when he made Slithered. But,
oh, yeah.
But it's so good. It's fucking... I mean, I could just watch 2 hours of that, I think. And then they unshunt for a wee, and the judge announces that it's now time for Billy and Ted to fight. So they unleash Ted on Billy, and they face off, and Ted kicks the living shit out of Billy. At one point, Clarissa tries to jump in. She gets punched in the face, so her enormous mother steps in. That doesn't amount to a whole lot. And then
anything.
Ted says something to Billy at some point and starts kissing him heavily on the lips. And while he's doing that, Billy sticks his hand into Ted's gut and sticks it all the way up through his body and out through his eye, nose, and mouth holes. He's like de-shunting Ted or something, and then literally grabs him and pulls him inside out. And then on his way out the door, he completely punches his fake dad in the face and totally decks the guy. And then Billy, Milo, and Clarissa make their getaway. It's now daylight for some reason. Movie over.
Yeah.
That's it. That's nicely done. Well played.
Oh yeah, and inside Ted is inside his inside out body is full of worms and slugs.
Oh yeah. Because worms and slugs. But they're supposed to be classy.
Sure.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, this movie's not about making sense. There's, for one thing, the whole thing with the mom and Milo doesn't make a difference. Nope. Their existence in this movie has no purpose.
No.
the fact that Clarissa likes him and doesn't want him to be eaten by society never really comes up. Like, she never really, like, declares a love for him or shares a secret. She's just like, nah, don't go there, and then lets him go. Doesn't make any sense, but, this movie's fucking great.
It is. Yeah, in the end, it's like, okay, he does turn Ted inside out, which is amazing, and he does punch his fake dad, but he basically just walks away. Like, they just let him leave.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. But that's fine. I honestly couldn't give two shits. I gave it 3 6s without even having to think about it. I love it, and I'm sorry that the sequel that they thought about making somewhere around 2013 never happened.
Oh, well, I gave it 666, and I am happy that the sequel that they thought about around 2013 never came to fruition, because I bet it would be terrible.
True.
Especially in the, like, Pizzagate era.
No.
Like, I feel like this movie is like proto-Pizzagate, which, like, you know, everyone rich, they're all fucked up.
Right.
But, like, this one is, like, specifically talking about Hollywood types. Like, you bring it around now, oof, you got a whole different crowd going for
It's
it.
true. You take your society to Alvarez. Gotta work it in there.
Oh, hilarious joke that everyone in our audience gets.
There's literally one other person on the planet who would get that joke. And he wouldn't laugh at it.
You wouldn't think it's funny. Like, that's sad.
Well, maybe 2, but that person would totally think we were being cool.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I think there are a lot of people in the Houston area that would get it, because he wrote that message and phone number on the back of bus seats. So, like, anyone who rode the 82 is like, I think I remember something about taking one's car to Alvarez.
This is true. Oh my god.
How much are your computer books? My god. Yeah. This movie is fucking amazing. It doesn't make any sense. Like you said, it's too long. There are whole, like, sections that don't need to be there. But, that said, this is not the kind of movie that you pay close attention to. And those long interludes where nothing of importance happens is a great opportunity to collect yourself and do something else until the next good part comes up.
That's true. And when it delivers, it delivers hard.
Yeah. And other times when it's not delivering hard, it's just dupla-divering. Like with all of the sunscreen in the face shots, one after another, or with his sister naked, twisted around in the shower, and then they're like, let's do that again, but this time with the other lady. Like, it's real weird. Also, there's this thing running all throughout it where the society members are total, like, cheeseball boomer, like, nerds, where, like, they're, like, anytime they can make something rhyme, they will make it rhyme and then laugh about it, pleased with themselves, or anytime that they can quote something from the 1940s, or just, like, anything at all, like, anything cheesy at all is a weird source of humor for the people in the society. And so I was like, oh, okay, so it's like a commentary. He's talking about how, like, the Hollywood elite is, like, old-fashioned, and, like, their sense of humor is old and dumb and cringy. But then I think he's not actually criticizing that. I think Brian Yuzna just actually thought that stuff is funny, because when Ted is done kissing fucking Billy, he pulls back and his lips are now, like, all long and jiggly and wet and go And it's like, okay.
I forgot
in
to
fact,
mention that part. Oh my god.
yeah. In fact, I think Brian Yuzna thought all of this was hilarious and was not doing any cultural critique on that stuff specifically.
So ridiculous. What a wonderful film.
Yeah.
There's nothing like it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
There's
Yeah.
just nothing like it. It's so fucking weird.
Yeah. Yeah, it gives big like Revenge of the Nerds energy at the beginning.
Yeah.
I think it's like trying to set up a false expectation because it's, like the sex comedy, but then there's all of this like uncomfortable introduction of incest. Like incest just like keeps coming up, like where like we're looking at his sister getting dressed, and then he talks about incest with his psychiatrist, and then right after talking about incest with his psychiatrist is whenever he's like peeping on his sister in the shower, and it's like after he sees her enormous boobs on her back and opens the shower door where she has normal sized boobs that she's covering up, he just stands there and stares at her for a very long time. And we, the audience, are in fact just sitting there staring at her for a long time while she's covering herself and is like, get out of here, you fuck! Get out! And, it's wild. And then there's also the scene at the beach where he's rubbing the sunscreen on his girlfriend's midriff, and it's a very long sensual scene. This movie is like really erotic, but in some very uncomfortable ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how much of that was conscious Brian Yuzna and how much of it was subconscious Brian Yuzna, but man, could you write some college essays about this shit.
Thesis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank God for this movie.
Fantastic.
So good.
Oh, so good. Yeah. Fucking amazing. And I mean, yeah, you can see like his influence. This, obviously he had seen Frankenhooker. You've got some big Frankenhooker energy in here. The Thing, and yeah, it's a great piece in the continuity of horror cinema. And despite its many and glaring flaws, I would still say it's a masterpiece. Like, absolutely, put it in the canon of horror and shoot it all the way to hell.
Yes, I mean it's rightfully considered a classic in just body horror alone, which it's absolutely deserved. But it's just a classic all on its own anyway. Like I had mentioned last time, this was a recommendation, which probably caused me to move it. Well, it didn't probably. It caused me to move it way up to the top of my list because it's something like I had mentioned before that, and you as well. We talked about. We've been dancing around doing this movie for a long time, and
I was gonna say, by move it to the top of your list, you mean wait until the 117th episode.
Exactly. Speaking of episodes, let's see. Did you indeed go back and rewatch Bob Clark's Black Christmas, the original Black Christmas?
Ooh-wee! No.
Did you listen to the episode? I think you did, right?
No.
No, you didn't? Remembered, though. You remembered the... I didn't rewatch it, but I did listen to the episode because that's how I remembered the Oprah Winfrey line that you made.
Wait, what?
Oprah Winfrey's favorite word? You say that in the...
Oh, I mentioned that in that movie,
yes,
too?
Yes, that's why I thought you said it. That's hilarious.
No!
I thought you were referring to that.
No idea.
Oh, my God, that's so weird.
Oh, it's just because I only have a few lines, and one of them is Oprah Winfrey's least favorite word. It's like one of my 10 jokes.
Yeah, but if those 10 jokes include snorting lines of pussy, then you're golden. My God.
Famously one of Oprah's favorite jokes.
I hate Oprah.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't rewatch it, but it's a 666 for me.
Absolutely.
I forgot about it until today, and then I ran out of time.
That's pretty much exactly what happened to me. So then I was like, well, I could listen to the episode at work. So I did that instead.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was. It came down like today. I got home from work and I was like, I have exactly enough time to watch the second half of Society for the second time before talking about it, or I could try to, I don't know, watch Black Christmas on like X 2.5 speed. That doesn't sound right.
That's a lot of really fast Andrea Martin.
Yeah, I can't even hear the words.
Claude. Remember the cat Claude?
Oh, I forgot about the cat Claude. That's such a good name for a cat. What a great movie. Margot Kidder.
The amazing.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Olivia Hussey. I'm gonna go back and watch it because, like, honestly, greatest Christmas movie of all time.
Oh yeah, Keir Dalia is in that one. Remember from Space Odyssey?
Yeah,
Dave.
That's right. Nice.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Dave.
Take your car to Alvarez, Dave. Take your ship to Alvarez.
I'm sorry, I can't take your car to Alvarez, Dave.
How much?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, fantastic.
Sure.
Well, that means that in 2 weeks from now, we're going to re-review that next Black Christmas movie with the dead Michelle Trachtenberg in it.
Oh, that one. Okay. Yeah, that's that wasn't that bad. It was okay. Wasn't that one was okay, wasn't it? There's another one that isn't good, if I remember correctly. And no, that one's okay too.
I think they're both bad.
Yeah.
This is the one where, like, it turns out also his sister, and there's like he got a spaceship for Christmas or a telescope.
Oh, that one. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
With the weird orderlies in the hospital and all that thing. Yeah, I think that was that one. Or was
and like the over the top gore,
Yeah.
like the icicle through the face.
That's
and
right.
the eyeballs popping out and stuff like that.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah.
I'll maybe watch that. I'm definitely gonna go back and watch the good one because, man, that movie is great.
It is. It's a fine film for sure. Another classic. And speaking of classics, what have you decided we'll be watching next time?
Well, you know, John, our next episode will be the first one to air in the month of October. October, famously a great time of year for watching new horror movies. But instead of doing that, I watched a movie assuming it was new, but it turns out it was from the year of our Lord 20 and 22. It's a little Espanol film by the name of Venus. The director's name is Jaume, which I don't know how to pronounce. Is that Jaume?
It could be. Jesus, wow. That's impressive.
Jaume?
Wow.
Jaume?
Wow.
Jaume Balaguero's Venus, Venus. And John, I see you looking at a computer screen. You don't do it.
Well, don't do
Look
it.
at me.
Don't
Look
do
at
it.
me.
I'll close it.
My eyes are over here.
I closed it.
My eyes are over here. Okay. Here's my challenge to you, John.
Okay, I'll write it down instead of look it up. Go.
Don't read anything about this movie.
Oh, okay. All right.
Go into this movie with zero expectations.
Okay.
Don't look at who is given writer credits.
Oh, okay. Don't look at anything.
Don't
Just
look at it.
Just Venus by Jaume Crocodolo.
Yeah, Homie Ballerina. Homie Ballerina Venus 2022.
Balladuni. Ballerina.
Yeah, Balladoro.
Yeah. Pellegrini.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah, Pepino Ballerine.
That's the one that broke me. Okay.
Yeah, that was the one. The VeggieTales reference got to John.
Pepino Pellegrini. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. But I will tell you this.
Yeah.
It's fucking rad.
Oh, cool.
Okay.
And I know nothing about it, so that's fucking awesome. Okay.
It took me 3 times to watch the movie all the way through.
Wow.
The first time, I was like, wow, this is boring and I hate everything. The second time, I was loving it, but then Melanie walked in and she was like, this is gross. Can you please stop watching that? I want to tell you a story. And I was like, okay. And then later I picked it back up and I was like, wow, the second half is really where this movie's at.
Okay, saved. Save.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't care what format you put it in. Don't be a douchebag.
Don't be a douchebag.
Save. Close.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Save.
Good.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Yeah. So that's it. And I will say for you sweet little soft-hearted, tender-footed audience members, you can just watch it. Like, there's not a lot of content warnings. You could also watch it without much in the way of concern. There's minor gore, but it's like mostly happening off screen. If you're squeamish around scalpels, maybe just be a little careful with your feelings. And other than that, it's just like really top-notch horror, but it is in Spanish, so you have to read subtitles. You wimp! You stupid wimp!
Unless you speak Spanish. And if you speak Spanish, you're way too smart for us.
Damn, why would well, I will say I would say every month we get like 3 listens from Spanish-speaking countries.
Wow. That's 3 more than I thought we got.
Oh man, for one of the most widely spoken languages, it's really very much a lot.
Oh my god. Oh, we're idiots. That's fine.
Yeah.
I can live with it.
It's fine.
I have so far.
Who cares?
Yeah. Yeah.
We'll see how the government feels about that soon enough.
Boy.
Yeah.
Well, with that in mind, tune in 2 weeks. What were you going to say?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I was going to say that.
Oh, okay, yeah. Tune in 2 weeks, and we will be discussing Harmoninos Venus from 2022.
Yeah.
Don't read about it, just watch it. Sorry that I don't have a reason to be sorry.